blurry. Oh, that's better. Yeah, we definitely need to wash the hair tomorrow, I think. Okay, let's get some skincare on. Skin Glow Eye Serum. We'll start with this. Okay, Nivea Q10 Anti-Wrinkle Day Cream. Hi Max, how are you? Right, so we've got the skincare done. It's just very, very simple. In autumn, I probably will go back to what I was using before. Yeah, it's just a little bit of skincare before we do the makeup. Who's writing derogatory messages? We don't care about that, Rihan. I'm getting you out. Or have TikTok got you out? Yeah. Can't even get it out. Right, now I can get you out. Hi Mary. Hi Jess. Okay, let's get some. I'm not too bad. How are you, Mary? I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. Hello from hell, okay, if you say so. That's quite negative. Hi Mark. I don't know what you're trying to get at, DJ. I'm Vecna. Hi Vecna. Then I'm going to go in with the Mcgrath Beauty Flawless. No, I'm not. Because I'm supposed to be using our project pan things. It's just hello, okay. Makeup, we say fiberglass. Well, it is a makeup channel you've come to, DJ. And why do you call it fiberglass? So this is a highlighter stick. I put this on before foundation. Hey, you took my number one. Right, and then we're going to go on with some under eye colour corrector. Hello, silly dinosaurs. I'm sure that isn't your real name, but hello. Hi, Georgia. Hi, Yasha. Right, so it just looks like that. I just want to use it up. Use it up, exactly. Use the makeup up. I've already given you a shout out, silly dinosaurs. You only get one on this channel, one per day. It's not a shout out channel. It's a makeup tutorials channel. Are you getting ready for any occasion? Well, I do these makeup tutorials every day. But I am going out to see my mum after this video. I'm not going anywhere special though, if that's what you're asking. Blue Eyes Hypnotise. Just sub. Thank you, Max. Much appreciated. Right, so now we're going in with the foundation. It's more of a skin tint though. It's the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. My shade is 10 Ultra Fair. So before that, I'm going to go in with this Face Facts Vitamin C Facial Mist. Just on the sponge. Dotted around the face. Hi Sam. And then blend it out. Bye Asha. Okay, I'll see you in the next live if you're around, Yasha. Ayesha. Right, then we're going to put some concealer on. Again, I want to use this up. So Glossier Stretch Concealer just comes in a pot like that. And we're just going to use some of this. It's really nice. It's like a serum based concealer. Hi D-Boss Meeta. I'm sorry if I've not pronounced that right. I'm from the UK. Where are you from? Hi Mardies. Okay, so that's on. Oh, you're from India? Nice. Right. We'll do the brows. And when I say we'll do the brows, I really don't do much to my brows. They're tinted. So I did that a couple of weeks ago. So I don't need any brow product in them. But I do put some brow glue in them, just to keep them in place. You are so pretty, you look like Queen Victoria. That's not the first time I've heard it. I always thought when people said you look like Queen Victoria that they were being insulting. But thank you. I certainly don't live like royalty. Let me put that out there. But you don't need any foundation or concealer. Well, you've come to a makeup tutorials channel, so I do this because I like putting makeup on my face, and also I do this because the people come here like makeup as well. Right, Demartma, I can't understand what you're trying to tell me. You're going to need to either translate that to English or I just can't reply. I'm sorry. Well, I can't speak Hindi. It's an English speaking channel. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with some number 7 translucent perfect light loose powder. Just comes in a little tub like this. So I just put it in the lid. And then we'll put it on with a puff. Sarah, hi. I was just wondering, like, I'm like, no one's here that I actually know until you came in. Thank you. None of my regulars are in. It's nice having new people in as well. I'm okay. How are you? This isn't really project pan powder, but I could put it in a project pan. There really isn't much left. Like this much, which isn't a lot. I'm glad you're okay. Right, what's up next? Well, normally I would do contour, and again, I can't do it. Well, it's not that I can't do it, it's just that we're using Project Pan products I want to use up. So I'm going to use the Hourglass palette again. I'm thirsty. I'll use this powder brush. So, Miss Victoria, my name's Andrea. What beauty hacks are you providing us today? I just show people how I do my makeup, and then they can incorporate some of how I do mine into their routine. I'm certainly no guru on makeup tutorials. But we will be using eyeshadow palettes that I want to use up today. Hi Star, do you use hyaluronic acid in skincare? Yeah, and it does come in some makeup as well, so yes is the answer to that. Shane, don't be so disgusting. I'll get you out if you carry on. Use it up. Exactly, Max. Exactly. What's the point in having makeup if you're not going to use it up? I know some people that don't like to see wear and tear on makeup. I love it. Because then it's kind of like, oh, well, you're doing really, really well with your makeup usage. Say, this one, I used all the powder that was here, and I want to do that with these powders as well. Today I might use one of these blushers, because my Project Pan blusher that I used yesterday, I don't even know where that is. Oh, it was this Dior one. I used it yesterday, and I feel like I want to use something different today. Shane, enough. If he carries on, Cheryl, you've got my permission to get him out. Out. Because we don't need to hear that. Right, yeah, we'll use the blush from the Hourglass palette. Be nice, Shane. Princess Diana? No, and I don't look anything like her. She was beautiful. Yay, Dior. No, we're not using that today. Just trying to think what eyeshadows I'm going to be using. Okay, we might have to, like, I really want to use this one, but it's not the right shade, so we're going to have to go in with this one. So that one is Luminous Rose by Hourglass. Let's get this brush. Be nice seeing the Hourglass blushes on, yeah, but that one's my favourite over this one. But I do want to use them all up. I'm in the beautiful blushers. Not the most pigmented, you have to go in a few times, but all the same, very, very pretty. Right, highlighters. So Colourpop Super Shock in Lunch Money. Again, you're going to see lots of pan here. Just using it up, guys. There's a theme. What this video is just using all my makeup. Or trying to. Before it goes bad and expires. Anyway, I've not said hello to you, Cheryl, so hi. Sorry about that. I was a little bit kind of in my own away with the fairies kind of thing. How are you doing? I want to also go in with the MAC Soft and Gentle. It's the same for this. Just want to use it up. That's been really, really difficult to use up, so I don't think I'd repurchase it. And not only that, in this day and age, highlighters have evolved. They've gotten better. So again, that's probably why I wouldn't repurchase it. And I've got a lot of, I've got a lot of highlighters in my collection. So once it's gone, it's gone. But it is a classic. I'm hanging in here. How about you? Same, to be honest, Cheryl. Same as you. Right, so again, Soft and Gentle. The reason it's taken me so long to finish this is because I'm not just using this highlighter when it comes to shop my stash when I'm pulling products from my collection. And not only that, it's baked. It's a baked highlighter. Baked products take longer to use up. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, because if you only have that product, that highlighter in your collection, it's going to last. I hear you. I know. Sucks, doesn't it? My health has probably been the worst now than it's ever been. I mean, the last couple of years have been pretty bad. Like last year they thought it was nasal cancer. The year before last they thought it was nasal cancer. Last year they thought it was throat cancer. And they've just been trying to get to the bottom of what the issue is ever since then. Feel like I'm constantly drinking as well, but I'm constantly thirsty. Right, let's get some of this powder on. It was exciting yesterday for all of those that didn't come into the live yesterday. So we've been working on this Huda Beauty Glowish powder. And I hit pan. Can you see? Baby pan. So I'm going to run this through the colour switch, get everything off it, and use that brush. Try and expand the pan a bit. I didn't think I was anywhere near hitting pan on this product. So this is part of my That's Expensive project pan, and it will stay in my collection until I've used it up. Right, so now I've expanded it even more. So I really like the fact that I've done that. Put these brushes away. Right. Then I'm going to go in. I've already put concealer on the eyes. I still haven't found my eyeshadow base. I'm just going to put some of this powder on. To make sure that the eyeshadow all blends out. Right, so now we've got two palettes. We've got the Natasha Denona Mini Retro, which looks like that. And I've hit pan on 2 shades. The majority of that's gone. And then recently, about 2 weeks ago, I hit pan here. So every time I use a eyeshadow palette that's in a project, I bring this one out just so I can make more use out of it. I used it yesterday as well. So we'll go on the outer corner first. Then just blend it out. And the Natasha Denona Mini Retro palette will stay until I've used it all up. However long it takes me. I used this palette last year as well. See, this is what I mean when I say I'm not buying eyeshadow anymore. It just takes too long to get through. And I've got 159 palettes. It's like... And then I'm getting another one off my mum for Christmas. So that would take it to 160 if I don't declutter anything. It's like, no, it's too much. I know people who have got more, you know, but I've been extremely hard on myself, and it's kind of like, what have you been doing? You could have spent that money on anything. So makeup's off the agenda for now, because I've got enough of it. I mean, I've got things that I haven't even used from Christmas and from my birthday in February. So I'm just going in with that powder again from the Revolution palette. And if I keep buying, I'm never going to get to use them on my that. So right, so I've used this one. I don't think I'm using anything else from there. Then we're going over to what I've been using the last few days, the Mcgrath Labs. This one is in Ecstasy in Sublime. Although I like the look I did yesterday, it's on my YouTube shorts. I don't think I'm keeping this palette. I think I'm going to give it away. Beautiful and everything. But yeah, I didn't really like this shade here. Like, somebody commented it looks purple, and yeah, it does. Like, it looks purple plum there, but it's more of a bronze shade. I don't really like it, like the way it looks on me anyway. I love using those two shades yesterday. This one's nice for an eyeliner, and we'll see what this one's like today. So I'll probably use that as an eyeliner again, and then this one as just a normal eyeshadow. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm thinking about decluttering that palette. Let's find some glitter glue. You already look great. Thank you, Gospel. Yeah, this is just a makeup tutorial channel. Makeup scrubs off and I still look the same. But it's one of my passions, along with going to the theatre to watch musicals, of course. Right, let's get an eyeliner. That's green, I don't want green. Oh, there's my bronze one. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the NYX. I think it's called Golden Bronze. Yeah. This really isn't the best though at pigmentation. Just warmed it up on the back of my hand. Hi Sammy, how are you? Hi Andy, how are you? Just popping on as I'm getting on ready. Beauty Crop sent me a message today about some other offers, and that Dewy Bounce spray is only £5. I want the trio set that TikTok do, but I'm waiting for a good deal and I don't need it at the moment. So I'll get it when I need it. I'm glad you will. Right. Now we're going to go in with this one. I think that's going to be too dark. Might have to go in with this as well, a little bit of that. So, is that Corruption? I think... I don't know how they've laid it out. Right, so... I think that's Sinful. That's Gold Nectar. That's Sextrovert. Right, so... Excuse the name, I didn't make it up. So, I mean, it doesn't look too bad, does it? Oh, that's actually quite nice. A really nice bronze. The way I'm seeing things though at the moment is I've got shades like this in my collection already, you know. I got the trio set, not used a mattifying one, but like the others. Nice. I know that they've had deals on. I just begrudge paying £3.99 for shipping. Yes, that is tight. But when did shipping get so expensive to the UK? I remember when it used to be £2.99. Obviously, if I need to buy it, I'll buy it. I don't need to buy it yet. Same, I never like paying for shipping on anything. Isn't Beauty Crop one of those companies, if you spend £20 or more, you get free shipping? Right, I'm going to go in with this one as well. just to brighten the area up. And then of course you've got the new palette by Beauty Bay, but I don't much care for that, so I won't be buying that one. Not buying makeup in general, the one I know buy. Right, so I want to go back in with that shade there, just to blend them together. Nice. Right, so I've done three looks with it, and two of the looks I've really liked. This one's kind of similar to the one I did yesterday, but yesterday I used those two shades, today I've used those two shades, and then not yesterday, the day before, well, a couple of days ago I used this one and I didn't like it. So let me go in with some of this liner shade. Yeah, I just feel like if I'm not going to use it, it's gonna be better in somebody else's hands than in mine. So that shade there. And Mcgrath Labs is a good brand. Yeah, it is a nice colour. I'm just getting picky with makeup, Sarah. Because I've got a lot of indie brands, a lot of shiny. I mean, there's no shine to them. Here, that looks a bit shiny, but to this shade here, it's literally got no shine. And that shit, sorry. Sorry for swearing. I hope there's no kids in here. Let me wipe that off. Well, basically, because there's no shimmer, it puts me off the palette a bit. But you can make some beautiful looks with it. Apologies for the swearing. Why is it when you make a mistake like that, the first thing you want to say is a swear word? And this shade I'm using for the liner, I don't think you'll be able to see it, but it's got some really nice gold glitters in it. The kids talk worse than most of us. I know. I just don't like saying it. My niece swears a lot more than I could ever swear. Like sometimes I'll be round at my sister's house and I'll go, that's just the youth of today, isn't it? Yeah, when you compare it with some of the quads I've got, I can't reach over. There's a quad that I've been using as well for the project pan. When I compare it with that, the formula on this to me is not as good. But if you hadn't used Mcgrath Labs, I think you'd be happy with the formula of these. It's a good way of trying the brand. So there's pros and cons to it, I guess. Thanks, Max. I'm going to go in now with the 17 Bigger Better Lash. Love this mascara so much. I'd buy this over and over. It's so inexpensive. It's like £4 in the UK. The wand seems to be bent on this one. I don't know why. I haven't done an inner corner highlight. The formula on this mascara still feels really wet, but not as wet as this, and this one's been open a lot longer. Hello from USA, hello to you too, Max. Maybe use this Wet n Wild Mega Glow in Blossom Glow. That'll brighten it up a little bit. Just need to find a brush. So it just looks like that. I have hit pad on it, but it's not in a project or anything like that. Good evening, nice to see you on your channel. Thank you, David. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Like for me personally, I can't do a look without doing an inner corner highlight, because it just brightens the eye area up. But it looks dark here. I think maybe some eyeshadow got down there. It is what it is. Right, now we're just doing a gloss, I think so, because the eyes need to stay the focus. I'll just put this Kylie one on. So Kylie it's one of her high glosses in Daddy's Girl. It's just a nice pink gloss. There we go. And there we have the finished look, guys. Oh, I've dropped a brush. So, yeah, it's still looking pretty darn dark here. It doesn't matter. I'm really not going anywhere but my mum's. But yeah, I mean, I like the look. I feel like I can pass the palette on. I've got a lot of bronze gold leaning palettes, so I don't need to keep it. So this one I'll get decluttered from my makeup collection, so that will bring the overall number down to 158, and I'll probably get rid of, like, when this is gone, when I've used everything out of this, it'll be 157. I do want to get my palettes down to 100, but that would just mean I go through my collection every spring or summer and then every winter again, and I just take a lot of palettes out and normally pass them on to my mum. So yeah, we'll see what happens in winter and see what I can get rid of then, because I've just done a really big declutter. Looks lovely, Andy. Thank you, Sammy. And thank you for being here. It's really nice to see you again. Looking pretty for the mum. Thanks, Max. I do like watching you ladies putting on your makeup. It's relaxing, haha. Well, I appreciate you being here, David. If you guys haven't liked, I would really appreciate it if you did. I'm going to go now. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next live if you want to join me. Bye, guys.